All right, everybody, welcome to the iJuice360 podcast. We did this, or we tried to do this a while ago, like a year or so. Um, but we're gonna try it again. So it is myself here, Jalen, and also Derek is here as well, or Apple Gamer 24/7, as he's more commonly known. So how this is gonna work is we're just basically gonna talk about what happened over the past week and just I guess give a quick summary of the shows we hosted over the week. So yeah, Derek on Tuesday did At Your Own Risk, and he reviewed the Battlefield 3 beta. So how was that?
Actually, it was pretty good. I'm not a big Battlefield Back Army fan in general, but so far it's pretty good. It's still beta. You can still see like some things. Like you can see like buildings are not like perfectly texturized and people falling through the ground. It's still a beta at heart, but so far it runs pretty good. So far, I haven't really played in a few days. But the last time I played, it was just one level, one game type, and that was just about it. So yeah, there's not really too much to say about the Battlefield beta unless you actually get a chance to play it on Xbox or PS3 or wherever you decide to play it on, I guess.
Now, was there more than one game type available, or is there only one?
It, it's only one at the moment. I don't know if they updated it since then to incorporate other game types like free for all or something else like that. But as far as right now, it's only one game type. If you want to see what the game type is, you can check out the video in the iJuice channel.
Yeah, if you guys have not seen that already, I'll leave a link to the review in the description. But it looked pretty good as far as graphics go.
Yeah, the people say the graphics on that are pretty much better on something like a PS3 or PC when it has a more advanced video card. Something like the Xbox that has a pretty old video card in terms of how old video cards are nowadays. If you had a Mac Pro with a pretty high-end graphics card, or even the 27-inch iMac, I think that'll run pretty good. But so far as if you want to get the best graphics, it's definitely the PS3 or the PC.
Got it. So when does the full game come out?
I think it comes out in October. Let me just confirm that. I'm pretty sure it's October. Actually, I think it's the day that Steve Jobs' biography comes out. I think that's the 24th.
Oh,
Actually, it comes out the day after that, so it's the 25th.
alright, the 25th. That's probably a Tuesday, right?
I think that's a Thursday, but I'm not really sure. It's either Thursday or Wednesday.
Gotcha. So, besides that, the Battlefield 3 review and for the rundown, well, obviously we had the iPhone 4S release on Wednesday, or was it? No, Tuesday. Sorry. Um, so yeah, it's looking pretty good, and a lot of people are talking about how it's not a huge improvement, stuff like that, but yet Apple still had a ton of pre-orders, just like they normally do. So it just doesn't make much sense to me why people complain and then the next day they pre-order it at midnight. So do you intend on getting the new iPhone?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the new iPhone 4S in February because that's when I'm eligible for an upgrade or AT&T. Currently, if I were to upgrade my phone right now, it would cost me about $650 plus
Jesus.
another I think, 50 for early upgrade fee. So it's about $300 I'm not looking to spend right now. If I want to spend that money, I'll just buy it at the normal subsidized price. But as for right now, I'm not really missing too much in terms of features.
Yeah.
I definitely Siriing a hack or a jailbreak for iOS 5, and if I can run Siri on an iPhone 4 with a jailbreak, I'll just jailbreak my phone until I get the iPhone 4S, and then I'll go back to being in the tightened ecosystem. But yeah, I'm planning to get the iPhone 4S in February when my contract is eligible for an upgrade.
Yeah, same here. Because I know I'll be able to get an upgrade on Verizon come January, so hoping to get the 4S. Um, so in the new iPhone, there's I know Siri, and then there's what is it? It's like 7 times faster graphics now.
It's like 2 times faster CPU power, sometimes faster graphics, dual core A5 processor,
Yeah.
single pixel camera. It's a basic just upgrade specs.
Um, so as far as competition goes, do you know of any other phones that are as far as specs go?
Well, definitely Apple has to watch out for the Samsung Galaxy S2 lines. So far, those for what I see, those phones are pretty high specs. But you have to also think about um, the way phones are. Phones are not like computers. The more you put into phones, the more you're gonna risk battery life and overall speed. Apple does have to watch the Galaxy S2 lines because those are relatively good phones that have relatively good specs, and Samsung is just really doing good in terms of Android phones. Also, they have to also watch the Samsung Nexus Prime that's supposed to be coming out, I believe, in 2 weeks. I believe it's supposed to come out this week, but I think with the passing of Steve Jobs, I think Google and Samsung decided to push it back a week to let everybody take in the news of what happened this week.
Yeah.
So, um, definitely the Samsung Galaxy S and the Prime. And that's just about it. I mean, there's no really competition in terms of really good smartphones. I think the iPhone is the key mobile phone maker in the business. No matter how good you say Android phones are going to be, iPhone is just going to be a step ahead of it in some way, shape, or form. I think now that we have a Siri, I think we're gonna see Google try to evolve Android more. But I think in terms of operating system and specs, I think iOS and Android are definitely are head to head now in terms of what we're seeing a little over a year ago with the iPhone 4.
The thing about the Android phones, a lot of people like why people still go with the iPhone is because, well, number one, I don't think people kind of understand because there's so many to pick from the Android side of
Yeah,
things. It
and there's
seems like
only like three on Apple's account.
exactly, and then like on the Android front, you have it seems like there's a new phone every other day, and
Yeah.
you just kind of you don't know if you have the newest one or what's going on. And advertising, Apple obviously has outstanding iPhone commercials, and then Android ones, it's just like, new
Explosions.
exactly explosions and 2 gigabytes of VRAM. It's just a bunch of specs that the average consumer has no idea what it means.
Yeah, and the other thing about Android is that I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but the operating system is good, but there's so much like background information that if something goes wrong with it, your phone is considerably broken. Let me give you an example. I have a teacher of mine. She's also a friend of mine. She has a Droid X, and for some reason she came up to me and said, "My touchscreen doesn't work on my phone. Can you see if you can look at?" So I looked at it, and I'm just going along, and I go, "I have no clue what's going on here." Go to a Verizon store, and what happened was is that the multi-touch layer of the operating system turned itself off. So I was just like, well, that's stupid. And it's like, if something went wrong with that with an iPhone, Apple would replace it within an instant. There would be like no questions asked. It would be just like
Yeah.
over. They give you a new phone back, sign a waiver, and then you're basically back in business. But to have a core layer of the operating system just turn itself off without warning the user, I think that's a pretty big downfall. And I think in Ice Cream Sandwich, that's the next version of Android, or food product to come out next, I guess. Um, I guess that should be they should monitor their core basis and try not to have things turn off. If anybody knows what I'm getting at with that.
And as far as the operating system goes, it seems like some phones are shipping with gingerbread, some phones are shipping with ice cream sandwich and this and that, and it's just a real messy.
It's confusing, and and I don't think it's right for the carriers and also the manufacturers to control when updates come. I think Google, since they own the operating system, Google should push out the updates, and it should come out for every phone. It should be just be, oh, this week we're gonna update